Hey everyone, it's JK here again doing yet another deck profile for you. This time I am doing the much hated, much underused, but still overpowered and underrated Spike Brothers. Yes, Spike Brothers. This actually was my first deck in Vanguard, and this deck has won me lots of games. I've triumphed over quite a bit of decks with this. Although, I gotta say, Gold Paladin really luck stacked me one time and got the best of me. But other than that, this deck is really good. So here it goes. Start off, starter, Mecha Trainer, really needed. Counterblast 1, retire him, search for a grade 1, add it to my hand. Great card to start off with. On to the triggers. Pretty standard trigger lineup, so I'm going to go through this really fast. 4 draw. 8 crit. Like I said, it's pretty standard. I'm thinking about maybe putting 2 stands in just to throw people off, play some mind games, because they usually expect 8 crit with Spike Brothers. But problem is, I don't think stands work all that well. And 4 heals. Pretty standard trigger setup. On to grade 3s now. Pretty standard for the grade 3s, although it's somewhat different. It's like 1 less than what usually people do with this deck. 3 Juggernauts instead of the 4. No, I am not running Skydiver either. Before that question is asked secretly as you're watching this. 3 Juggernaut, I think that's all that's really needed, because I'm tired of getting Juggernaut to hand and not Dudley Emperor. Or Dudley Emperor. Pretty standard for the grade 3s. Usually it's 4/4, but I'm tired of running Juggernaut. On to the grade 2s. 3 10k intercepts. Now you might have some questions as to why. Well, I think this deck is perfect for 10k intercepts. 1, it lacks defensive power because of how aggro it is, and how we're always sending cards back to the deck, you know. Constantly ever changing that field. I usually have 1 row of where I send a card back to the deck and the other row of a 10k intercept. So I have the attack power and the defense power I need for next turn. Very smart to do. I'm planning a turn ahead so I can keep myself alive. I just think it's really handy, especially with all these cross rides. Because another reason it's handy, people will go after this, try to kill this, rather than just inflict damage because, oh, I don't want you to have a 10k shield on the field. Ha 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 ha. I'm going to kill it off. Okay, more power to you. Joke's on you. I'm not going to guard that. Kill it off. Save me some damage. I'll gladly save cards in hand while I cripple yours next turn. Alright, next on the list for grade 2s. 4 Brockies. Very obvious choice there. I mean, pretty standard. I wouldn't go without 4 Brockies. It's just too good. And for some reason, every time I win, I'd have 2 Brockies on the field with Dudley Emperor. And they all have 8k boosters behind him, or one of the 7ks that go back to the deck as well. It's a pretty hilarious field. Call it the Brocky beatdown. Because it really beats down the opponent. their hand power is pretty much destroyed after that turn. Next and last for the grade 2s, 4 Panthers, because I do not want to ride any of the other guys. I want to ride Panther when I'm grade 2, so I have to ensure I get him. So 4 Panther. Next on the list for grade 1, what we're going to start off with here. We're going to go with 4 Perfect Shields. For the longest time, I was doing 3 because I did not have 4. I still produced wins with this, but now that I have 4, producing so many more wins with this deck. So many more. Next on the grade 1 list, Medical Manager. We're gonna... You still charge 1 when he's called, but you don't have to. I normally don't, because I have the luck where I'll soul charge a trigger. So when I call him, my friends laugh because I'm not going to soul charge with his effect. Unless I know that I just rode grade 3 and have revealed like 10 triggers already, like they've seen 10 triggers, then I'll use it to start getting rid of normal units, help out with soul blasting abilities. That way I can do trigger pulls and add field with a fire. Next on the list, 4 Reckless Express, because gotta have those beatdowns, man. 4 Broccolis, 4 Express, 3 Juggernauts. I thought 4 Juggernauts was too much, that's why I dropped it down. But love beating face with these cards. A 7 that becomes a 12 by itself, yeah, hits that number. All it needs is a little booster and it'd be at 18. Then, lastly on the list, we have 4 Wonder Boys. Pretty standard. If I'm going first, I'm gonna ride him. If I'm attacking first, it depends on what my opponent's Vanguard is, on how aggro I'm going to be. Like, I've seen a lot of people ride their Perfect Guard to start off with because they're like, oh, I don't need the Perfect Guard that early. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm attacking first. Ride Medical Manager. I'm not going to soul charge. Call Wonder Boy. Attack with Wonder Boy. They hit. They get a trigger. Oh, I can still get over with the boost from Mecha Trainer. They won't guard. Oh, look, critical trigger. Effed your day up. You're at 3 damage already, and you're just going to grade 2. I have no damage. Get at me, bro. But, the Spike Brothers build. Pretty standard, in my opinion. Pretty, strategic. I love Spike Brothers. Always will love Spike Brothers. Looking forward to the next booster pack, so I can upgrade these babies. Just looking forward to my ride breaks so much. But that's the build for now. Loving it. Produced wins. Top every tournament that I play with these. Oh, that's it. Like, comment, give me some ideas that you think might benefit towards it. Later.